So sorry everyone, there's a bit of distortion at the beginning of this video. I swear I fix it once I start watching the actual trailer. Thank you for your patience, and I'm sorry it sounds bad. Guys, it's finally happening. We are so back. Warner Brothers Pictures and Denis Villeneuve have released the teaser trailer for Dune Part 3. I keep wanting to say Dune Messiah, because it is an adaptation of Dune Messiah, but it's Dune Part 3. I've been waiting for this trailer for so long, but first I want to take a look at the images that they posted as well. For those watching, yes, I have read Dune Messiah. I read it like a year ago, and I'm going to be making a video on it before the movie comes out. I really got to get working on that. First, we're going to start with this one that Timothée Chalamet posted on his story. This was, I believe, the first image to drop before all the other ones. That's what I've loved about the Dune movies so far, is that they've had these great, very well done headshots of the main cast as kind of teaser posters for the upcoming movies. And this was the first one we got for Dune Messiah. I'm gonna call it Dune Messiah. I know it's Dune Part 3 because of the naming scheme, but it's Dune Messiah. This was our first official look at Paul Atreides, Emperor of the Known Universe. And I think this is a great photo to start with because this is how we are introduced to him in the book. Our first ever look at Paul Atreides in Dune Messiah, he is walking through the streets of his capital city on Arrakis, and he is doing it dressed head to toe as a Fremen. That way no one realizes that it's him. He likes to sneak out of the palace and kind of see what the city is like without his guard. And so he is dressed head to toe and walks like a Fremen to avoid suspicion. And I believe this is what we're seeing in this first look at Dune Messiah, is his like disguise as he is walking among his subjects, I guess. The absolute evolution of Paul Atreides from the first Dune movie to this picture, even just in their photos, is insane. He just looks so evil in this. I love it. I'm not even going to address the scarring around the eyes. If you know, you know, and if you don't, spoilers. There he is, Emperor of the Known Universe, Paul Atreides, with the shaved head, looking very menacing. I love this. I love all the little like hints that they've dropped about the story too, how it's going to be really dark, very sinister, very eerie, because that is how it feels in the book. Anyone who's expecting like a war movie about the Holy War that took place after Dune Part 2, you're going to be either disappointed or blown away. Now, there is a time jump between Dune and Dune Messiah. I don't know how much of a time jump they're going to be doing in the movies, but in the books, it's 12 years. And I do think that they are going to be going with an extreme time jump like that for one specific reason that I'll get to in a second here. But just this portrait of Timothée Chalamet as Paul in Dune Part 3. If he doesn't win the Oscar for this, I'm throwing things. And up next we have Chani. I haven't seen most of these images. I've seen a couple, but I haven't seen most of them. This is my first time taking an actual look at Chani's portrait. And the first thing that I noticed right away is the scars that were not there in the last movie, as well as the expression on her face. Now, people who have read the books and watched the movies will know that Chani has been characterized very differently in Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Dune, and personally, I think it's for the better, at least for this adaptation. Because, and this is a little bit of spoilers for Dune Messiah, the book, this will not be the case in the movie if I had to guess. But in the books, Paul, of course, marries the Princess Irulan, daughter of the Emperor, in order to secure his emperorship, just like he does in the movies. But in the books, Chani, who does not hate Paul for absolutely using the Fremen as a weapon of mass destruction on the known universe and kind of just weaponizing their culture and religion for his own personal gain. But in the books, she's actually completely okay with that. She fully falls for this delusion that Paul has created around himself. And so while he marries the Princess Irulan, he takes Chani to be his concubine, similar to the relationship between Leto and the Lady Jessica. She was not his official wife. And so the main intrigue of Dune Messiah is the plot that is slowly building, a plot to murder Paul Atreides. And in this coalition are characters like the Princess Irulan, who feels kind of jaded by Paul, who obviously prefers Chani. As a matter of fact, he wants his successor, his heir, to come from Chani and not from her. And so she's part of this conspiracy. Also, the Reverend Mother Gaius Helen Mohaim from the Bene Gesserit Order. But if I had to guess, in this version of Dune, where Chani is kind of almost like a gateway for the audience, where we can see the corrupting force force that Paul has become. If I had to bet, I think she's going to be part of this resistance or this plot against him, which I don't know how they're going to handle the nuance of that, because there are several major plot points in Dune Messiah that are kind of built on the fact that she is his willing concubine in the books. I'm not sure how they're going to tackle that, but I trust Denis wholly. He has earned my trust after the first 2 films. So that may get into spoiler territory. I haven't seen the trailer yet. They might even touch on it there. But that's what I got from Chani. And then, of course, we have the return of Jason Momoa, who plays the character of Hayat, or Hayat? It's spelled like this. Now, in the first movie, of course, he played Duncan Idaho, but he was killed by the Sardaukar. But as fans of the books will know, he was resurrected by the Bene Tleilaxu, which are an order that we are going to be introduced to in Dune Messiah. All you really need to know for now is that they are genetic engineers, and they're also really shady and really spooky and just evil people. But one of the things that the Bene Tleilaxu are really good at is producing things known as golas, where they genetically recreate a deceased person as an assassin, as a servant. They can basically genetically engineer them to be whatever. And so as a gift to Paul Atreides, but also as an instrument of his demise, potentially, we'll see how that goes for them, they create Hayat, an exact replica of Paul's mentor who died in saving his life. Really good to see Jason Momoa back. Cannot wait. And then we have Stilgar. I love this image of a post-jihad Stilgar, looking incredible. This is what 12 years of war does to a person. I like that we're going to be seeing the continuation of Stilgar's story in Dune Messiah. It's going to be insane to see what that looks like, because in the books, he's had 12 years of deepening fanaticism for Paul. Not only is he a great friend, but he is probably Paul's most devout follower. And up next, we have the Lady Jessica, of course, Rebecca Ferguson returning. Now, I'm not sure what kind of a role she's going to have in this story, because in Dune Messiah, she is largely just gone. Like, she is not on Arrakis. You don't really hear much about her. So I'm not sure what Denis planning for her involvement, but if it's going to be anything more than her role in the books, it'll be good to see her return. And then, of course, we have Florence Pugh as the Princess Irulan. All I can say about this image is that I am confused. I've read the books. I do not know why she is caked in mud or clay or whatever this is. I am very interested to find out why, though. And I'm also curious on if she's going to be part of the plot to destroy Paul Atreides in this movie, or if things are going to play out differently, if they're just going to have her be fully replaced in this conspiracy by Chani. I've got a lot of questions. She played a semi-major role in Dune Part 2, but I believe in Dune Part 3, in Dune Messiah, she is probably going to take a much more prominent role in the story. And next we have Robert Pattinson as Scytale, who is another creation of the Bene Tleilaxu. He is specifically genetically engineered to be able to change his face, and I love how that's represented in this image with this kind of shifting, blurry view of the character. There are no aliens in the Dune universe, at least none that I have discovered yet. I've only read up to Dune Messiah. I'm going to be reading the rest eventually. Instead, we have these genetic anomalies or genetic creations of the Bene Tleilaxu. I love that Robert Pattinson is in Dune Part 3, and he's also the main antagonist in Christopher Nolan's Odyssey adaptation, Antinous. That's my goat. That's my boy. And I'm looking forward to both movies. And then we have this image of Anya Taylor-Joy as Alia Atreides. I feel like I didn't clarify in the initial recording, but Alia was the daughter of the Lady Jessica. She is the child that she was pregnant with during Dune Part 2. And this is why I think that they are doing the time jump, even though it doesn't look like Paul has aged 10 years. She was unborn in Dune Part 2, so things have happened. Time has passed. And I love this as a first image of Alia in Dune Messiah, because this is so accurate to her character, where she's so scary. She was awoken in the womb. She received an overdose of spice before she was even born. She woke up in the womb to thousands of years of ancestral memory before she could even develop a personhood. And that's what Alia is. She is not a collective consciousness in a way where like she's possessed by like thousands of ghosts, but like she is a very tempestural and frightening figure in the story. And so this image of her is very lore accurate. This is exactly how I imagined her. And then we have, oh, I'm gonna butcher this name, I'm so sorry. We have Isaac de Bancole as Farak. He is an elder Fremen person. I don't remember much about his character from Dune Messiah. I'm pretty sure this is the guy I'm thinking of in Dune Messiah, but he is an elder Fremen who remembers the days before Paul Atreides and his jihad swept across the universe, and he does not buy into the idea of Paul as Messiah. He never accepted him as, you know, the Lisan al-Ghaib or anything like that. I'm not sure what role he's going to play in all of this in the movie. He plays a minor role in the books. Maybe it's more major than I was thinking. It's been a year since I've read the books. I need to revisit the story, but he looks great. This photo is incredible, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like. I just absolutely love how Denis and the production behind Dune convey like the eyes of Ibad, the blue tinted eyes in their adaptation. It's really well done, and it shows up well in photography, which is really cool. And that's all of the teaser images we have. Okay, now I'm gonna react to the trailer. That's what you came for. So let's get into it. I'm so excited. We putting the headphones on. I've been waiting for this for so long. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. All right, let's get into it. Okay. I don't need subtitles. Go away.
If we have a girl, what will we name her?
Okay, okay.
Her name should be Ganima. She
Alright.
need to be strong, like her mother.
Get these visions of Zendaya. Okay.
What if it's a boy?
And Paul.
I would name him Leto.
I love these flashbacks of Paul and Chani before everything went wrong. You know, back when they were a happy couple before he started going down the path towards his terrible purpose. And the reference to Leto II, shout out to Leto II, gotta be my favorite God Emperor. Oh, the Holy War.
So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
The Ducal Signet. I love these shots of Paul then and Paul now, contrasting like him clenching the fist as he realizes what he lost to be where he is. Really good so far. All right, from director Denis, of course.
War feeds on itself.
Oh, there's the jihad. Oh, Aliyah. Okay, are we gonna see more of the Holy War? I wonder if we're gonna actually see glimpses of the Holy War. I never actually thought about that. I mean, obviously we were gonna see flashbacks, but I wonder if we're gonna get more than that. Maybe see more than just glimpses of the 12 years between Dune Part 2 and 3.
The more I fight, the more our enemies fight back.
There's Side-Tail.
I'm doing the best I can to protect my family.
Hey. Go Stilgar. They don't really have the screen time to tackle this in the movies, but Stilgar was the greatest Fremen warrior at that time, and the Fremen were the greatest warriors in the known universe. So he is quite the weapon in this jihad.
How did Father do it?
Your father never started a war.
Oh, yep. There she is. Okay, that's one thing that I found crazy about Aliyah in Dune Messiah is she had these like sermons that she would give, basically just propaganda for their Emperor Paul. And so seeing her in this specific context is wild. And what is she standing on? This pulpit is crazy. Okay, that I believe that's the Princess Irulan. Is this the royal throne room? I always imagined it bigger, if this is it. And this is the Bene Tleilaxu giving height as a gift to Paul Atreides. And I believe this might even be Gurney, seeing if he fights like Duncan Idaho. Oh, that's not Duncan. That's not Gurney Halleck. Never mind. I don't even know if Josh Brolin's going to be in this one. He is not on Arrakis at the time of Dune Messiah. I know that. I haven't said anything, but I do love this like angry escalating chanting that's kind of going on in the background as this trailer goes on. This is really insane.
I'm not afraid to die.
And there's Emperor Paul Atreides.
But I must not die. Yet.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna see a confrontation between these two. I cannot wait. I'm so hyped. We're so back, gamers. This trailer was great. I am so excited for this adaptation of Dune Messiah. I'm gonna see it in the IMAX theater if I can. Absolutely. And I do think maybe Princess Irulan and Chani will be part of the conspiracy to assassinate him, but definitely Chani, if that last little bit of the trailer is anything to go off of. I am so excited. I'm so excited. It's coming December of this year. I'm so hyped. Merry Christmas, everyone. Now I really got to get working on the Dune Messiah video. I've been threatening it for years. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna start happening this week. I'm gonna get working on it. I'll be curious to see how Denis tackles the differences between the book and the movie already, because like I said, there is the major difference of Chani being a force against Paul and not with him, and that's a pretty fundamental change, especially going into Dune Messiah. So I am very curious to see how he's gonna handle that. But like I said, he has had 2 movies of this universe so far. He has earned my trust. Cannot wait. Very excited to see it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like long video breakdowns of stories like the one I'm gonna do on Dune Messiah, you should check out my huge video on Homer's Odyssey. It's pretty cool. It's also extremely long, so if you want something on in the background for your entire day, that's a perfect option. And of course, a huge thank you goes out to the patrons. I'm gonna put you on this side of the screen too, because I'm kind of screen left right now. But thank you so much to the patrons. Sean, Happy the Knife, and the top tier patrons RD and Snowy. Thank you for supporting me this long, for supporting the content and my dream of maybe doing this full time one day. I've got another video to record today. Volume 6 of the Mandela catalog just came out, and I want to check that out. I'm also in the middle of editing a bit of a different kind of video for the channel, so get ready to see that soon. I have a backlog of videos that I am currently working on filming, so I hope that you're ready for the ride, because there's going to be a lot more videos coming. I've even started working on this year's Halloween video a little early. I know exactly what I'm going to talk about. I won't spoil it here, but some of you commenters are going to be really happy with what I'm talking about. But I'm going to get this edited, and I've got a bit of running around to do today, so I'm going to get to that, and I will see you guys next for whatever I've got cooking. Probably a Mandela Catalog Volume 6 reaction. I hope that you're excited for that, because I know that I am. I swear I'm not gonna just become a react channel. I've got a few things that people are wanting me to look at. And cut.